Within the souls of wicked people, hellish desires reign. Were it not for God's restraints, those desires would kindle and flare up into hellfire. In the very nature of carnal men lies the basis for the torments of hell. These corrupt desires controlling and possessing them are the very seeds of hellfire. They are active and extremely violent. If it were not for God's restraining hand, they would soon fan out as widely as the corruption and hostility that fill the hearts of the condemned and produce the same kind of torment in them. Scripture compares the souls of the wicked to the troubled sea, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. For the time, God is restraining their wickedness by his almighty power, just as he restrains the raging waters of the troubled sea when he says, "This far you may come, but no farther, and here your proud waves must stop." But again, if God were to withdraw his restraining power, it would take all of them away. Sin is the ruin and misery of the soul. It is destructive by nature, and if God were to leave it unrestrained, nothing else would be needed to make the soul perfectly miserable. The heart is extremely corrupt, and its fury knows no boundaries. Sin is like fire confined by God's restraints, but if let loose, it would set ablaze the whole course of nature. The heart of man is now a pit full of sin, and if it were not restrained, it would immediately turn the soul into a fiery oven or a furnace of fire and brimstone.